Knights feel like the absolute meta for 10.12, so if you're looking to get to pro rank in the last week of the season, I definitely recommend playing something like this. Now, this is a little bit different than what I've seen on the meta reports. In a lot of the other versions, I'm seeing a heatwave going around, and for what it's worth, guys, I'm not a huge fan of heatwave in the meta this season. It feels like anything that can be done with heatwave, or most things at least, can be done with the sword, and with the saving of provisions there, we can go ahead and put in knickers for an auto thin. The meta report version had Karathi, and it had, I believe, the Griffin Witcher mentor. Some of them have Maxi, but really those are the main differences between this. This list is pretty well the same as what I had in 10.8, and it hasn't really changed since. Erendite comes out here because we need to find room to put in Temple, because obviously Temple's going to be played in pretty much every Northern Realms deck going around right now, just because it's that good, right? We'll talk about the strategy in a second here, but before that, let's get into the sponsor of today's video. I have Dark Duel sponsoring the video. Thanks again, guys, and now we'll just roll the clip and get back into the strat. This is how simple it is to get started playing Dark Duel today. Okay, and we're done. Once you log in, it is a game of skill, so I'd recommend taking the tutorial, reading a few things, and when you're done that, open a few packs. Looks like I just got a nice rare card there for sure. And again, mess around in the deck builder, see what you can do. There are some starter decks, but when you're done with that, why don't you try it out? And this is a deck that I put together a couple weeks back. It's one of my favorite ones right now. It's a swamp type deck, and you know, it's a combination of chess and a card battler, so you can see that we're moving up the board and we're starting to do things there. I've got a mana generator in the bottom, and now we've got our minions coming to help us out here. And again, just take over and conquer. And we have a king on each side, and once that king has fallen, the game is won, and we just go and bombard them there. I've got pretty good setup on this one here, and just going for the finishing blow here, final turn. It's really satisfying when you win. I'm looking forward to hearing what you guys think of the game, and if you want to get started, there's a link in the description below. Alright, thanks again to Dark Duel for sponsoring today's video, and to get back into the strategy here, the main idea for round 1 is to look and put the Immortals on the melee row. Whenever this unit loses its shield, boost self by 2. At the end of your turn, gain shield. So you can see how every turn we're gaining 2 passive points on this because we have the damn sorceress. And with this one here, order, destroy a unit's shield, then boost self by 2 with a cooldown of 1. So every single turn we're ripping a shield off the Immortals, boosting itself by 2, and when the shield gets removed, it's boosting itself by 2. If we need the extra push, we can go and play one of our Knight Errants. I don't like to play both in round 1 because one in round 3 will play for a ton of points, especially if it's a long round 3. So with this one here, if we sandwich it in between them, it's going to boost self by 1 for each adjacent boosted unit, right? And we got to be careful that we don't have damage ones beside it, but this will be getting 2 points per turn. And on Grace 9, give adjacent unit shield and infuse them with whenever this unit loses shield, boost self by 2. So what we can do is, if this is adjacent to the Immortals when this hits Grace 9, this will infuse the Immortals, and now when we're ripping shields off the Immortals, it's going to be getting 4 points instead of the 2 points. So you can see how between this getting 4 points per turn, this getting 2 points per turn, and then this getting 2 points per turn, it's very difficult to stop these engines. So once we get this type of play online, we hope to thin out the doggo automatically, which is nice so that we can pull into our better cards later on. But we do have Temple, right? And Temple's one of those cards that you want to play in round 1 because this deck specifically doesn't have as much use for it in later game, because if you look at the second ability, right, basically what it's going to be doing is shuffle an allied and shuffle an enemy. It's not that good. What you can do is, I've got creative with it, you can put knickers back in deck and you can thin them out later and you can whatever, but that's not very good, right? You could, if they lock one of our engines, we could put it back and try to play it again. You can use it as a punish of some sort on the opponent's units if they go tall and we go tall. but ideally it's not very good. You want to get out Temple in round 1, and I'm confident enough with our ability to pull it with the mulligans, with the Lady of the Lake, with, you know, the Oneromancy, that I'm willing to take the risk. If we don't pull it in round 1, we can go as far as letting the opponent almost have round 1 so that we can get it later. You could go even as far as putting in something like Cursed Scroll, but I just decided that that's not what I'm going to do in this case. And, you know, even if we never pull this card in the entire game, we have such a strong deck that it doesn't matter as much, okay? This is just like a win more almost, but it's one of those things where if we just don't put it, it feels bad. You want to have this card because it just plays for too many points for the 12 provisions that it costs. Okay, so that's that. We want to play in the Damsel of Distress for our win of the second round. So if we're looking to 2-0, or if we're looking to go into that long round 3, we got to save Damsel for that round. Damsel plays incredible with the Maiden Shield, and at first when this card was brought out, I didn't believe it. But once we start getting that extra, it's the chapter 1 of the Damsel of Distress, that mixed with all the boosts we're getting from the double grace on this is just ridiculous. And then we get the infusion, of course, off Bronwyn the Bold that just gets out of hand. And there was one case where I actually replayed the Maiden Shield with Temple, and it was pretty interesting. So a couple things like that. You slam down that type of play. You pair it with a Knight Errant if you can. You have the Squires, the Centurions, and the Redanians just to round out that scenario. We have a couple good thin options. We have a couple ways to proc the scenario. And of course, lots of units with the Grace tag so that we don't have to worry about proccing any, right? We get maximum value off the leader because whenever we use our leader to proc a Grace ability, it refreshes itself and it lowers the amount by 1. So realistically, we can go 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 and use that leader 5 times and get the 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 boost. So lots of ways to set that up there. And of course, just a deck like this, at any point really you can play the Vandergrift. Ideally, round 1 would be amazing if you can get this card out, but round 2 is nice. If you're bleeding in, you can definitely put this down. So even if you can't, you know, 2-0, you still get something going into round 3. And interesting fact, if you go and play something like the Squire before you play the Vandergrift, well, now on Resilience, this gets the 1 point per turn boost engine because he's a knight. So lots of cool stuff there. We have power to get around a defender if we need it, or to purify one of our own units. We have a Mahakamail if something of ours gets locked, Mad Charge and Vial of Forbidden Knowledge for pseudo thin or boost, and just of course a boost. The Vitality really helps us proc Grace. A couple things I mentioned that you could put in this would be Margarita. If you need a lock, that's definitely something you can do. You can put, again, Maxi or Griffin Witcher Mentor like the net deck has, and you can go as far as really doubling up on Ale or putting a Squirrel or whatever you want to do. So a couple little techs. The main idea of the deck stays the same, and this deck is tried and true over the last several patches. So give it a try again if you're looking to climb to pro in the last days of the season. But with that being said, guys, I got a bunch of games with live commentary for reference here, so you can see it for yourself. And if you enjoy the video, don't forget to subscribe to the channel and drop a like. It really goes a long way. Thanks, guys, and I'll see you in the next one. Alright, for the first game here, we got Skellige, Patricidal Fury. I like the fact that we're on red coin. We could really push it here. Put back Knickers, of course. In this matchup, we don't really need Spores, but Tesham is going to be good if they play an early tier, which they might be provoked to because we'll be pushing them in round 1. So I'm going to keep that, and we'll just dump Spores for now, and that should just be okay. We have set up for the Knight off the tokens here. I guess we could do the whole Immortals thing, right? Yeah. Immortals off Amphibious, and then the Vandergrift off Onero, I guess. Actually, probably Temple. Wow. I guess they just really wanted to, yeah. It's like they're already expecting a difficult time here. Okay. I set Immortals off this, right? I believe we're likely going to get Cove out in round 1 to compete with this strat. Or does Champions charge? I think we're okay with that before it gets ridiculous, right? Let's get this engine online first. I'm glad this card's not locked to melee anymore. I always forget that Champions Charge is the thing for the first little bit, but again, this on a 20-point Errant in round 3 versus an 8-point Immortals in round 1. That's just what we have to deal with, I guess, right? We can just take this here. Solid, solid, solid. I'm wondering if it's ever worth just putting down Errant and trying to get the 1 boost per turn. It is an engine after all. That doesn't mean a whole lot. I guess they have the, they've got the 2 beasts in this deck. They'll have the half row as a backup. Sure. Here, I'll play that because it's like 1 point. Okay. BT2 on my side. How can I get this boosted? I like how it just flung out that way. I think Knickers is a really good addition to this deck, honestly. Wow. Okay, look. I got space. Yeah. I still got space. I think I'm supposed to take... Yeah, I think I'm supposed to take Temple, really? Because I can draw this afterwards with Temple. Adalia sounds pretty busted for this. Defender... Kara is actually really good too. Defender's like safe. And then the duel's what we wanted too. Some control. 1, balance itself. Okay. Yeah. What I'll do is I'll pull the resilience, of course, and boosting by the amount of cards in hand works out just fine. Because we don't proc the second. You'll see what I mean. Right? See, it's 11, not 12. This goes back because it doesn't really do anything for me here. Imagine just a random ND. Actually, Igni doesn't work anymore, even if it was a random, which is never the case with warriors, but you know. 25-point ceiling is actually a huge nerf. Or point floor. comes the Cove. I guess that's the good spot to be in. I could take 10 points here. I could. It depends. So let's see what it does for me. What? Okay. I forgot it's the half root. It's not going to kill it. I'm not trying to proc this at all. We go into round 2. We have card there, so they have to push, but they don't have leader to push. I think that's actually a very good pass. Damn. If they... Yeah, look. It makes more sense just to keep everything the way it is and just go for the card advantage versus playing in and getting this carryover, right? So, it's essentially the same thing. Let's keep it that way. Adalia should be good, but there's maybe a consideration to dumper. Will depend. It really depends on what we get. Okay. So, Lady stays, Peller goes. They might have a lock with the Jenge, right? But they don't have a way to really set it up. So we'll summon out one of these. Or these. And we'll pull the... I'm gonna dump this, I think. Oh! I talked about it, but I didn't do it. Ah, jeez. I talked about it, but I did not do it. So it's like not even having card advantage. My gosh. Alright, whatever.
Long live acceptance.
That's like a solid 10 for annoying. For what it's worth, though, it is 3 in the morning. I have a new work schedule that starts today. I start at 10 instead of 8, so... I don't know. I just, like... I wanted to wake up and just get some hours in, you know? I think it's still winnable the way it is. Okay, this is what we prepared for. This is what I was, like, really stoked on, so... Just bam, you know? Long-term waste, but it does stop us a little bit here. Here. Let's go for the Adalia play. We can click. And then I think we have, what, another Grace? Yeah. Yeah, that's disgusting. I'll float Vial. This is great. So infuse from other abilities. Okay, we got to get this one on. This feels like the safest place to put it, right? We'll take the Grace just in case. Yeah, I want to put this in the middle just in case, like, you know, something dies. We don't have to worry about it. We just float this and we just get the win. And I'm telling you guys, it's not even gonna matter. Yeah, we don't have to play Lady of the Lake. This deck is so forgiving. Alright, we have Invigorate coming up next, and I'm thinking that this is gonna be Renfrey hand buff. It's possible the alternative could be hand/deck buff with maybe All God and that type of stuff, but we'll see. We'll put back Buddy there, and then we have the pair, which is great. We have a backup, which is actually pretty nice too, just in case. Plus, if we get Errant out, we can do 2 per turn, which is ideal. I don't think I'm going to need Peller. It's possible, though, that they have a lock. So maybe it's Peller, and maybe the Squire just goes because it feels sort of unnecessary for round 1. You could look at it from a carryover perspective, but whatever. I got nothing on this, really. Unless I Tesh him. Tesh him hits that for 10, we restart the round, it prevents all this. That could be... If I Tesh him, it prevents me from getting... Vandergrift, Lady out, and Temple out. But it prevents them from getting about 20 points, maybe? I'm gonna try it just for the science, you know? Just start over again. Okay. I could deal with this, whatever. Because if I go ahead and play Immortals, then we're gonna find ourselves in a spot where they're like, oh no. I'm gonna separate the rows in case they have a random Igni. Wow. Wow. Dude, this is like the greediest thing of 2023. Here, I can outpoint it though, because we can get out a lot of this carryover. Yeah. Hit the front. Whatever. Here's what I'll do, okay? I'm gonna get them like this, alternated, and then I'm gonna get down the Errant on the back row, okay? And then I got the Errant with the Vial, which could be really good. Nice. Okay. I probably would have done it a little differently than maybe that way, but that's fine. Rune Mage, definitely run free. Definitely. They hit. Please don't hit a rebuke. Okay. Wow. Yeah, we need to see this last card here. This is massive. It's a little late for them to take leader at least, which is ideal, you know? Here. Split this up a bit more. And without doing anything crazy, Do I just drop Peller? I think I just dropped Peller for points, guys. Unfortunately. Because we don't want to spend anything else, really.
The realm of the living severs your chain. Abandon now your mortal stain. Sharpen the bolt.
55. That's 9. We'll take this, I guess. So it turns off. We get the +2. Good boy. I'm willing to go as far as taking, yikes. That's so gross. Grace 8 spawn. Grace 8 spawn. Grace 8 spawn. 50, 15. Yeah, we'll play it. Because we get out that last card then, right? That puts me up by 1 point. They're just like, nope. Okay, so Big Skag's out of the way, Renfrey's gang out of the way, we have Zoltan out of the way, Rune Mage. This last card's going to be massive. Summon, proc. Oniro into Lady, into Amphibious. Temple is actually kind of waste with this one, unfortunately. Here. Let's go for the carryover play, because we probably won't win this round, right? $12, 8, 6s. These are 6s too, by the way. 7, 10. So they have a lot of provisions bumped in around the 6, 7 range, I guess. That's fine. What I'm going to do is, again, we'll take this. We'll click that so that we don't waste the carryover right there. And same thing applies here. I'm going to take that just in case. I'll boost something random, right? And then we'll take this for carryover. So that I have 1 at least. Okay, 10? Sheesh. 9, 10, 29. Okay, I have to. If I don't do this, I lose the game. So I'll go and I'll play this, and I'll get out Amphibious, and then it's unfortunate that we waste the carryover play, but honestly, it's not the end of the world.
Long live Qcento.
We still get this carryover play, which is important. The engine and the 6-point carryover, 21-point torque. You see what I mean? So now we're top decking Amphibious, and then we have the carryover as 6. We still have Leader at 4. They have to pull Renfrey, but if it's between Renfrey, maybe it's Hull Punish and something else, I should be fine. Okay, what are my... Whoops. Definitely not. Shuffle... Shuffle replay? That could be a punish of some sort. I don't even think that's what we want. I should have played this on ranged. Here, this can go. Maybe I don't see the vision for this, but... 2, 1. Honestly, shut that one down. We can do it just so that we have it, right? Yeah, no shot with this. If last card's Renfree, we're still doing okay. There you go. So, I'm playing against Pirates Cove, and I put out a deck guide about an hour ago on Pirates Cove, and I haven't seen it since. I'm really curious to see if this actually influenced the matchup, so we'll find out shortly. Got Temple round 1, which is ideal. They have the poison package if it's what I'm thinking, so I have to be careful about that. I don't think they go super tall, though. Can't really think of a way that that's going to work. Maybe Ale goes, there's no lock. Okay. Do I ever just start with Temple? Yeah, probably. This is disgusting. 12 provisions, man. And it's not a 0-point play after all. You see that? Okay, so theirs is a bit different. They have tax collectors in there. Okay. I say we do this. Maybe it's bounty, right? They do have her. That's a skin I gotta pick up. I have very few Syndicate skins. Like just the base ones, you know? Yeah, they're full bounty, for sure. Pirates Cove bounty. Bounty Cove. Okay. This for Oniro for something. Okay, I'm a little bit less worried about actually... Yeah, here. Here. I want to see if I can hold on to Temple, guys. Holy... Okay. I'm gonna give this Veil. So they can't give this bounty. And if they give this bounty, they have to hit through the shield, which boosts it first. But they might have Graydon. So if I get maybe a vibe that Graydon's happening here, then we'll just, Oh. Okay. I don't know, man. Maybe it's playing Squires and leaving? Maybe it's playing Peller? Yeah, it's playing Peller. Let's just do that instead. We get the thin out anyways. I'm thinking Graydon or something like that, so... It's such a bad one to pull. Such a good payoff card. Scoundrel. I used to play Scoundrel back in the day when they were the Priestess meta. That was funny. I don't think they had Veil when they first came out. They could have Marilse. Marilse is like a witch hunter, right? Chill. It's a prank. Okay. 1 point plus 2. This is the carryover that I need. This is the cooldown 3, 2. Okay. So if I go like this and just dome the Caleb, then we still get the 2 points here. And I probably have to pass because I'm concerned about the Marils, right? And I think that's what they're looking for. Oh, wow.
Abhorrent monstrosities, inconceivably grotesque.
Yo. I gotta get out. I think I'm pretty content with the commitments here. 12 provisions, 12 provisions. We have a 6 and a 10. And then Caleb's, what, 8? 9 as well. And then we got, I guess, some thinning done. Some carryover done. And we got some pretty busted cards made. So, the problem that I have when I play Bounty is the lack of spenders. So, like, offensive spenders, having one of these out of the way is pretty good. So, a couple knights. I could draw the Vandegrift if I need to. Maybe the Squire goes. And we just look first. Gross.
You wouldn't know a real witch from a goat's arse.
They think they're gonna 2-0? Maybe. Doesn't matter if it hits 12 because we're right where we need to be, you know? Do I ever just, like, put this down to respect the tempo? Go for the carryover play instead. Yeah, they think it's 2-0. Both out. It could be. If I go too tall, maybe they take Marils. Ah, okay. Disloyal, profit 6. Okay, they just hit the 1. Trades down still. That's a knight. That's a knight. Except here. I think I'm supposed to go for Maiden. Just make that awkward for them to remove. We get the 1 point per turn engine here. Then we have easy grace setup, and they don't have many coins, so it's going to be difficult for them to take Marils, right? Oh, never mind. Okay, let's just kill the 11, right? I don't want to boost this with leader. Yeah, because I think they're going to try and kill it. Just easy. Armor comes off, and if they go Marils down, we take the Vandegrift. I'm so confident that defending card, even without playing Vandegrift's enough to just win the game. Because it's like, it's not technically board carryover, but it's hand carryover. So I think it's equally fine. I really thought their last card was Maril's, which is why I didn't play Vendegrift right there. Yeah, this is like just good here. Okay, so I'll just pull the other. They're gonna get so pissed when they see two of them. I think we're just using them for packs. We could play. Oh, gross, gross, gross. What do we do? Jeez, that's tall punish waiting to happen. Here. I don't think I'm going to get a solid 2 to remove, and I don't really want to float this either. Okay, we should just be fine then.
For a great Redania, from the mountains to the sea.
Actually,
Don't spend it all in one.
okay, they can't finish a poison and a Maril's. Yeah. Yeah, we're fine. two of those, and yeah. Alright, we got Arachas Swarm coming up here next, and I'm really not sure what it is here. They have enchanted armor. I just have a hard time believing it's classic Swarm, right? I don't think we need Peller here. If it were Golden Necker, they would likely have Vial, but we didn't get the Vial summoned, so I'm not sure. We shouldn't have a difficult time using the Centurion Knight, so we'll keep it. Realistically, this feels kind of slow for the round, so we want to win off these two, and then maybe just this on the side, and then yeah, we should be all right. Oh. Hand buff Arachas Swarm. So maybe it's a point slam type deck. Like a no unit later on type thing, but just big slams when they do. Let's find out. I didn't even think about Pred Dive. I might throw up. Just go with the Squire here at this point. Okay. Good boy. So we're staying ahead. It's not ideal, right? Next time, it's definitely Squire first. However, I don't think it makes a huge difference. They would have been able to remove things regardless. That is so funny. Parasite. Just seeing a Wispus with armor is just hilarious. What if I just take Temple here then? Ildaiko still +4. Thalabor should do really well in this matchup, and I guess Mad Cayenne. What am I taking? I like the idea of just taking Vandergrift here without necessarily clicking Temple, because carryover should just be nice. Wow. Okay, getting Toad Prince there is a really good commitment for... I would... Like, we didn't really do much, you know? What's enough points without being too much points? We need 12. Here, let's just take this out. I'm gonna put back an errant. We'll get him later. Here. I think that's fine. I'm just looking at the commitments here. Like 8 provisions, 8, 10, 6, right? I can at least just put down a bit of this and that. I mean, we did spend a lot too, but we made the extra cards. And now we could just like full send. It's pretty much the hand. Vile feels win more. I feel like this could just be stronger overall. We got to get out the sunset. And then we'll try to take the Vandergrift into round 3. Just get the full game carryover. I think I'll play Ildaiko, actually. Ildaiko is going to be really good for getting the Grace off on the Knight Errant. Yeah, of course. This is crazy. I gotta make up my mind. Sir Scoia'tael, that's just a slam. Okay, it's fine here. I think it's gonna be on this, quite honestly. And then maybe the vial wasn't such a bad idea. We can go back in and get it. Take it on this. Is that Kashi? Oh, it's Kiki. So then the cat needs to die, basically. We can't, because there's no doomed. And this is at 6 now. 38? Well, I get a pass out of this. I actually do get a pass out of this. I don't think we're supposed to, though. No, no. It's like now or never, basically.
I'm never short on stamina.
The cat's annoying. Got nothing. I got no locks, no duels, nothing. Look at that. I just, yeah. At 14. We have 4 points here. Damage an enemy unit by the amount Mad Chiron's boosted. There's no way that I'm doing better than that. We hit the Grace. I'm gonna just bow. Wait, why? Alright, we have vampires coming up here next, and we go first. Which is like, not bad, you know? We'll just do the one and put back a squire for later. Engines of any sort feel good to me. This probably won't work. Put that back. Now, they have Drowner, which I'm sure they'll use. We get the 2 boost, it'll reset. We'll get the 2 points per turn, but we won't get the 2 on the Immortals if it's in the back row. I would say 9 out of 10 times right now we're playing against Renfrey vampires. So, they generally have those Drowners, right? That's just a big sports, you know? Oniro. For Lady. This is expensive. For Assault. For Sorceress. And then it's like they lock it. That's a big, thin turn. Okay. Yeah, we'll plug this here, and then we'll just plug this in the middle, right? And when that infusion hits, we're doing really good. I want to see if there's any opportunity to tempo pass in this round. Here, we'll do that. It's going to be tough because they have, let's say, 4 points per turn, 5 kind of thing. That's a lot of points. So now it's not Renfrey. Cool. This probably goes here then. It's another way to set up some carryover. 3 bleeding on it shuts down this for... Damn. What I can do is click and vial, and then probably look for a pass. And if we don't get a good pass, I'll go take spores. I forgot how important it is in this matchup to have last say. We gotta have some sort of answer to Regis, and if I can get maybe... Actually... Which one are you gonna eat? Probably a Squire, right? Yeah. Okay, that really ruins things, man. I'll take a spores and I'll leave. And they might just play in because they have the 3 sitting. Here. That's it though for me. It's good to see the shield back. Is it back? No. If they have an Igni, they're very close to, like, the nicest one I've ever seen. Okay, joke's on you because I have scenario in hand. Nice. I think we just have to pass and hope for the best there. I'm getting a few points per turn. Hopefully it takes them 2 cards to get it done. Squirrel's greedy after all that, but we'll see. They take leader, they get the 6. Yeah, that's better. You should have used, well, Necrorat cooldown would have been better there. One, 2, 3, 4. We gain 2, 3. So they have to use that last leader charge randomly just to get ahead. Is it enough though? They can't give bleeding. Nah, it'd be like such a waste. They'd have to give it to like Lady of the Lake or something. So, I would say that was a pretty good round. They got out both fletters, right? Roach, Knickers, Operator, a lot of the threats out of the way. 2 of the 3 leader charges. And now we can basically sit on a 2-card lead, which puts me in a last say situation, right? I think we can keep this, maybe dump this. Vial goes, I need actual knights for scenario, you know? We played this, so... Yeah. Well... Yeah. We take the thin. I think it's worth it. Okay, yeah. I don't have an answer to Regis, but that's all the points they have left. I have scenario with everything, so I should just win this game. Yeah, enough knights for scenario 2. What are we going to take out? They played Toad, so... Temple could just be good for punish. I think I'm going to hold on to it. They might... Is Peller ever worth it? This can go back. That's better. I have to change the behavior a bit and put gotta start putting Vandergrift on ranged row. I think not like you need to, just because if for whatever reason, oh gross. I didn't even think about how busted that's gonna be. Sick. Yeah. Okay. Here. Let's play. I'll put this one here. Trying to figure out, I guess, Errant in the middle. Well, we lose. Yeah, you see why I really wanted to have this on the range row. I could fix it. It's a nice lock you got there. It's kind of scary. I guess. Yeah, like, even with the unoptimized play, we just... We'll hit that one for sure. Old Tesham action. You know what? Look. I could pocket this here. You'll see what I mean, okay? And then this goes up to maybe 13 points, and then I play location off that. Literally, Oriana means nothing, I think. Look, here. We'll do this. Because replaying it's just disgusting. And then we can do it properly. Look at this. That was so cool. I'm down. I never did that before.